everyone.
Oh my God, we are back.
It's been a while since we've had a Retro Ranger wrap up, but we're back. I'm suffering from a little bit of con flu, so if I start coughing, my apologies.
Excuse it, it's due to the con and all you people that shook her hand without washing yours. So we blame most of you.
Like Magnum.
Yeah, Magnum, definitely.
Oh, I can see.
He knows. Ooh, look at you. I'm so red. I am the Red Ranger today, and you're the Black Ranger.
I am.
I like it. I like it. We're dangerous.
But yeah, we are going to be talking about our Power Rangers series. Power Rangers Turbo. My favorite character is, of course, Justin. I love Alpha 6 and Demetria. I love her questioning. And our first episode is
Wait,
the whole
What's going on here? What happened to you? Are you okay?
I have been blasted with that lie.
Okay, that's
what is that called? I don't. Deception blaster. Pew pew. And now all I do is tell lies. Like how much I love Power Rangers Turbo. After 2 weeks, you know, that little hiatus really allowed me to find the love for these certain characters.
All right, well, first episode is called Where's the Liar?
The Whole Lie.
The Whole Lie. Okay.
The Whole Lie, and yes, that was all lies.
Yes.
So let me start by truthfully saying that, you know, after this 2-week break, you know, it's not any better. Taking a step away, it is as terrible as it was 3 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. So honestly, it was not that great. This episode really, I felt in a way, let me down because they chose focus on Justin.
Another Justin-centric episode. I feel like this is...
It's a thing. It's a trend. They're really trying to sell him at this point.
They are. And the plot for this one was so weak, in my opinion, where it's like, every time a Power Ranger tells a lie, we're going to send down a Piranhatron. And it's like, you know what you do? Just send them down without having the deception.
How about that? How about we just
like bombardment, and just like send them down in mass. And you know what? How about not just at Angel Grove, but across the world simultaneously? Divatox.
That's it. That's it. She's too busy, man. She's inside of that lake, and she's like, I don't
very,
know what to do.
Like has narrow vision, and like, why the detonators that will blow up one building? Why don't you try to like make detonators grow instead of your monsters? Because I feel like that might cause a larger impact.
Her problem with the detonators, why she's just so like stuck on using them.
And I hate that this is going to be a thing for the rest of the series. I feel like every single episode, it's not just monsters. It's like, I have a detonator, and you know what? Instead of like detonating it immediately after it's planted, I'm going to just wait till the Power Rangers kick my butt.
And then hopefully the countdown will happen. And
there is like no countdown. Like I don't even know.
On this one, wasn't there? Or
I don't even know.
Wasn't, and then they threw it inside of the water bucket.
Yeah.
And then
it's just water. And I was just like, you know, like anyone in Angel Grove, the kids are summer, they're having like a walk-on fight, and it's like your plan to like derailed. You don't even need the Power Rangers. This whole thing is ridiculous. Divatox is the weakest enemy that I have we have encountered thus far on Power Rangers.
Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. That's all me. It's all me.
But yeah, like I don't know, this Justin-centric episode I don't like.
I mean,
honestly, thinking don't like.
Yeah, I didn't like the interaction with most of everyone. It was kind of interesting because at the same moment they brought Tommy in was the same moment I was like, hey, where's Tommy? And then all of a sudden, he didn't hear the phone call or whatever.
Well, Tommy is really phoning it in general.
He is.
In this particular season, I feel like he doesn't have a lot of dialogue. He doesn't have interaction with any of the other Rangers or any of the cast. And like...
the funny thing is, during this time, I think that's when they were really trying to form that spin-off show, Cybertron. Or Cybertron. Okay. So they were trying to really get him busy doing a lot of other stuff. And it sucks that we'll never get to see any bits of Cybertron. Like, that's work you still did, you know? And I would just love to see it, but I guess we'll never see it. It ultimately became VR Troopers and other stuff. So.
And unfortunately, we get like 40 episodes of Turbo. And yeah, I don't know, like my favorite part of this entire episode, because there was the one like where it's like, everyone's like, shut up, Justin, every time you talk, just shut up. And I was like, I wonder if there was any like real feeling behind it, where they're like, stop talking, and they're like trying to muzzle him. And I was like, I mean, he's a great actor. You grew up to be like, it's just the writing for the show. I have nothing against the actor, I have nothing against Justin, but just like, Oh, I wanted Power Rangers to grow up with me, and this took a significant step backwards. Like,
definitely, it's like
this is worse than Alien Rangers. And Alien Rangers, because it's like they're kids, but only for that little tiny half series.
Short time.
And it was the characters we already loved and like, knew in their child form. So
not a fan.
You're fine with it.
Not a fan.
But yeah, if any of you in the chat love this episode, please try to convince us otherwise. My favorite part was shut up, Justin, or I mean, stop talking, Justin.
Yeah.
Don't say shut up because that's rude.
Oh,
But,
yeah, that's right.
And Kimberly's gone, so.
That was a problem. Like, I just didn't get it. I'm getting a correction hearing that actually Cybertron was around MMPR. So.
Even earlier.
So then, where was he? Why was he just not there for so much stuff? That's even worse. I would have accepted that and just been happy. Now to hear it, it's just like, okay, so he didn't care at all, and that just doesn't help anyone. This episode really nothing stout. Nothing was good for me.
Oh, the one thing I remember was like they were looking for the detonator. Tanya has a detonator detector that we saw in the radio
I was just gonna say that.
And I was like, no, girl.
Where did that go?
Since Divatox really likes to use detonators like every day, maybe you should carry that around with you or have
all
someone
day,
else.
every day.
Yeah, and just kind of find that stuff. Like, you're lucky that water got splashed on it and the monkeys did a good job. Apes, sorry.
Oh yeah, chimps. Both in skull.
Yeah, and
that was the other thing. And then what did they do on this episode? They didn't do painting on this episode.
No, that was Egypt one.
Yeah, this one they did.
That was pretty much it. It's just like water. They're playing around.
Oh yeah, they play the water thing and Stone hits himself in the face or whatever with the water.
Dumb. And the message is like, tell the truth all the time.
Oh
you know
my
what?
God.
In real life,
worst message
yes.
ever.
Yes, you should always tell the truth when it's important things. But if your boyfriend, girlfriend is like, do I look fat in this? You gotta be like, you don't be like, damn, you look fat.
Yeah,
you gotta be
right?
like, that's not the most flattering. You don't have to be like,
babe,
honest.
does this look good on you, babe? I love every dress you wear. Well, that's what your answer is because you like the dress. It just may not look good on her. But you tell her, I love every dress you wear.
We're not saying lie, but there's certain situations where you don't have to be brutally honest.
There you go.
And I also like how Lieutenant Stone gives them shakes to eat. He's like, I think they've been rubied, but I'm not going to tell you. I just want you to figure out and see if it tastes nasty. He's like, I knew someone did something to those drinks, and I'm like, Lieutenant Stone, you were an officer. Why don't you throw them away?
Yeah, it would
and
be the
start
answer.
over new instead of giving mess up drinks to these high school kids.
Oh man,
that aren't even in high school anymore because they already graduated, and we saw that earlier.
Larry
Don't know why
Newell,
they're still hanging around.
Shout out to Larry Newell, gave us a super chat.
Oh, right, super
says,
chat.
damn, it was relaxing. Palm tree and a drink.
Yeah, we saw that.
He's referring to right now his amazing time that he's having. On some beach thing
in
or
a pool.
Something in a
drinking
pool
some
a
blue
bar
drink.
and all this thing, drinking some blue drink. I am jealous of you, Larry. You're living the life. See, right now, Larry. You see what just happened? My anger manifested into shaking this room. That's how upset I am, Larry. Just letting you know, I love you and I'm jealous. So
Thanks so much for that super chat, Larry.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much. But ultimately, this episode, we definitely want to know what you guys give it as far as the rating. You clearly know what we're about to give it because we went through it pretty quick. So let us know in the chat what you guys thought of this episode, which is called
The Whole Lie.
Oh, The Whole Lie. I was going to say, where's the lie? I don't know why I keep saying that. It's a hashtag. But The Whole Lie. So ultimately,
I don't know. It gets a solid 1 for me.
Woo!
Solid.
Wow, you are nice because first 0 I'm ever giving on the show. I swear to you, today, this episode was not good in any way for me. It was upsetting. I didn't like the whole, I am enjoying the chimps, Bone Skull.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're sometimes the best part of the show. They were not utilized enough in this episode. 2, what they do to Justin's character is tearing him apart for me and making him worse and worse and worse.
Especially in this where he's really annoying and puts him at danger because he can't stop talking.
Yes.
And the writing of it, I don't know who they're trying to pander to. Especially if kids want to mimic Justin, that the younger audience wants to be like him. I feel like he's not setting the greatest example.
Not at all.
But, I'm not a writer. What do people in the chat give this episode?
Well, they're going to be making a little tweak to the audio, so bear with us just a moment. But right now, I'm seeing as far as votes. Oh, wow. before we even got started, I did see this. Blur gives it a -5 out of 5.
Wow.
I get Blackwing. I love his. Waiting for TJ and the crew. Five. Mikey gives it a 1. Jared Hodges, I give it a 1. Larry Newbill, I give it a 0. Cyril Moore says 8 out of 10. That's scary. So it seems like there's a consensus.
Yeah.
Everyone's giving it low. Not everyone's really happy with it. So are we in slow motion with our voice? I don't know what's going on in the back.
I don't know. What we got another super chat, I think, from Larry Newbill. The Simpsons Lake.
All right. Larry Newbill says with another super chat, come to the Lake of the Ozarks. Love you guys too. I would love to come to the Lake of the Ozarks. It looked great, but I also saw the show Ozark, and I'm afraid because Jason Bateman may somehow make me do money laundering. So
I'm down to launder money.
I would, but then after that Mexican cartel shows up, and you're like, why are you in the Ozarks? And then it's a big problem.
Oh.
That's what I saw on the show. It's a really good show. Oh my God, it's so good. It's like Breaking Bad, but different. Edward Sanchez says, I feel so bad for the cast, and I give the episode a 5.
You can't give it a 5 because you feel bad.
Yeah,
sympathy may give you 1 to 2 points maximum.
Yeah, and the thing is, okay, you feel so bad for the cast because of something that was written poorly, something that was directed poorly. You have to remember, it takes a lot of people to make something bad. So in that case, don't feel bad for the cast. Only thing they did was what was already on paper.
They did their best with what they had.
Exactly.
And that's why I can't blame them. Like, actors are doing the best that they possibly can.
With it, an actor will admit, man, yeah, we did really bad on this one. And they're not going to feel mad or hurt just because you dislike their performance of a show that has so many episodes. You'll find an episode that you like, and you'll be like, this is a great episode, and you'll give it a 5. But sometimes, some episodes just aren't good. It's not their fault, man.
But yeah, I guess with that, what a lint. We are going to move on to Glyph.
Ooh!
An ancient Egypt kind of episode. I don't know. This one for me was slightly better.
Yes.
Still had a lot of issues.
Yes. Yes.
But I like that they're focusing on Adam. Like, Adam is the one that obviously needs to step up with this. Tommy is phoning it in for this whole season.
He
so
is.
So Adam really needs to step up.
I didn't even realize it. On the last episode, Tanya seemed like she was the leader on that episode.
She was. She was the one that saw hey,
mm-hmm.
something's going on. Like, stop talking, Justin.
Yeah, right. And then after that, on this episode, once again, Adam shows up like a freaking boss.
Yes.
And shows up like, yo, I've got what's going on. Let's take care of this. Let's take care of that. I've got everything handled. You know?
Yeah.
And this was the.
This is our 10th episode into Turbo series.
And this is the Egyptian episode, or
yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So
okay.
This one was a little more interesting because I like how one of my biggest questions though is Adam creates this staff for the he's a pharaoh or whatever he has staff, and it's an exact replica of whatever he finds in a book that we find out where it's like, super accurate. And Pharaoh also has this real life staff. Where are the ancient Egyptians? And they built those pyramids because of this monster that has this staff that can do all these weird things.
Ooh.
Is it trying to rewrite history and saying instead of aliens, well, it's technically
it's still alien, yeah.
But yeah.
So instead, that's pretty much is because of aliens, aka Area 51 storming, that we have to worry. I can't wait for the news. It's gonna be so good. So many people are gonna die.
But yeah, I mean, it was a weird thing where it's hey, Adam made this thing. Hey, it's actually my history book. Hey, this guy is a pharaoh and has a staff that makes Egyptian hieroglyphs.
Thousands of years old too.
Yeah, so it was
him and what's her name, date. And that was interesting
Divatox.
too. Yeah, right? Him
and left her, which I would too, because she's obviously incompetent.
Yeah, exactly. After a while, you're just like, this isn't working out well. I think we're going to break up. And she's like, what do you mean? Nah, don't worry, you won't notice it. And he just left. But that was interesting. It gave us a little backstory about her. He is that love interest. And I like that even after they broke up, they were still able to be friends.
Yeah.
I guess, in a way.
If you want to talk more relationship stuff, tune in to Quest for Player 2 on Tuesdays.
See how we brought that in there? Bravo. You read it. I was like, I'm gonna see, and then boom, she was like, oh wow, you. I love it. But so with this episode, I did enjoy the villain. I honestly did. I don't know why, I just like him. I like the way he looks.
I don't know. The thing is, like, Divatox is like, I need you to put the detonator on Earth. And it's like, you know what you can do?
That was my problem.
Is you can just drop it on Earth. You don't really need him. And then when he was like, I thought he was going to fight Adam when he was like walking around. He was like, I got to pretend like no one notices me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you just not powerful? And then you don't have a staff and you can't punch and kick? Like,
but if he did, then if he did fight him and win, or if he fought him and lost and ran off, they would have been like, now something is here. And they would look for the detonator. That's why he was like, all right, I'm not going to do it. My detonator looks like a little pyramid. They won't figure it out. I'll just stand there. But once he did take the staff, I think that's when he should have just went, boom, punch him in the back of the head, take your staff and run.
but also, you know, like if you're going to put the detonator on Earth, you know, you could like kind of bury it in some sand or like put it in a bush, a tree, like not on a table.
Yeah, literally.
Where there's like a lot of stuff that people are going to be handling. But I mean,
literally feet away from that whole thing. And that would have been it. And boom, it would have blown up and people still would have died.
yeah. I don't know.
But no. They're not that smart. As we said, she's incompetent.
And then like the detonator's there, like as soon as he leaves, why don't you don't blow it up or something? Set it off.
Simple.
Set the timer. Maybe the timer shouldn't be 22 minutes because that's how long the episode is.
Pretty
like,
much.
Maybe shorten it down to like 5 minutes maximum.
You know, make something happen. But
learn from your mistakes, woman. Like, come on, Divatox. I don't know. It's one of those things where like I love Power Rangers and I can talk a lot of smack about it.
True.
But I don't know, as I get older, it just becomes more ridiculous, especially this season. Like I don't know if I'm just hating too much. So if you out there, please try to sway me.
Honestly, yeah, can convince me that this season is actually good and that Divatox is an effective villain.
Yeah.
I would love that, but I don't feel that she is. I love her first introduction where, you know, she's rallying the whole troops and everything in the very first episode. But then after that, it's like, you're completely incompetent. I don't like anything you do.
Also,
and
I wish it was more aquatic themed since she's Divatox and she runs the water and she has piranha trunks.
Dude!
Like, why are your monsters not like sharks or rays or like, I don't know, like something with a trident or like crazy mermaids? Like anything that's more water related. I feel like the theming of this particular season seems off. And I know it's because like, you know, Turbo is like Cars and supposed to be tongue in cheek and super funny and campy. But why have this villain here and maybe not make her a mechanic?
I would have.
That'd be really funny. Or like
now would have been a great time for the robot, Machine Empire, because it's like, okay, we're dealing with cars and turbo and blah blah, all these forms of travel. Okay, I can try to mess that up. That didn't work, but I'll just send these robots or cars to fight these robots and cars. That would have been perfect. Every time they would have something that's kind of closer connected to them. But nope, we have her with her Piranatrons, and that's the only thing that is themed for what she is, which is a space pirate.
Yeah.
And then everything else is not even remotely space pirated themed at all. It's Space Pharaoh for this episode.
Yeah.
But I did still enjoy him. I liked his design. I liked his costume.
It was a little more fun, and I liked the Adam-centric episodes, and I think I'm always going to love, like, he's probably my favorite character. And I think he's a lot of people's favorite characters, which is why they're building him up to be the leader, because, you know, Tommy's just not there. But at the end, the pyramid is like on the table, right? It's not like they move it. He has his gun. And he's like, "I'm gonna blow up this whole set. Stand back, stand back." And then at the end, I forgot who says it, but it was Tommy that's like, "Hey, way to go, Adam!" And the guy's like standing right there. He's like, "Hey, Adam, I forgot his name." I was like,
"Oh my god!"
Number one, Tommy. There's a civilian standing there. Why don't you say like? Good job, Green.
Green, yeah. You say great job, Green, or Turbo 4 or whatever. You don't say his freaking name. Nope, doesn't matter. Mr. B apparently doesn't know anything, so it's perfectly fine. But
yeah, I'm like, and they pan out, and he's standing there, and it's like, you know, and he's like, "Yeah, Adam, totally forgot whatever." And I was like,
completely.
You couldn't even
say what's up, Adam. People are saying hello, so I'm just like, hello, everyone. Donnie also says hello.
Hey, what's up, Donnie?
What was I going to say? I did love the opening sequence. The fighting kind of Pharaoh thing. I thought it was like an episode where they were going to be like, oh, his ancestors were in Egypt or something like that.
Okay, the only thing that like offset it was the trees in the background. I was like, otherwise you would be by the rocks. So they're obviously
first it was close, and I saw it, and then after that, when they pulled back, you saw the trees. I was like, okay, they're on a stage. So this is a play thing. But still, Adam was going for it. I love his moves. And then later in the episode, he's still like just fighting. He was the leader in this episode.
He really was. And his fighting technique is above and beyond. And
everyone's technique is crap compared to his. He is the best fighter for Power Rangers. You guys want to argue me? You guys want to fight on it? I don't care. Try it. Johnny Young Bosch,
better than
you
Tommy?
are the shiznit. Yes. Johnny Young Bosch on the show, you are much better than Tommy. I mean, I know he does MMA now, blah, blah, and that's
but on the show, like way back
on the show, Adam was the best fighter, in my opinion. Change my mind. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, so what would you rate this show?
This
particular episode.
Out of 5, I'm going to give it I was going to give it a 3, but I'm going to give it a 4.
Oh, nice.
And it's because there was less Justin in it and more Adam. And that's what I needed in life.
I mean, I'm still going to give it a 3. 3 was my original. I feel like that's still, better than average. Man, it's just Divatox. Like, I want a really menacing villain. Mm-hmm. Like, she has an army of Piranatrons, and at least the Machine Empire, you always saw, like, the machines marching, and they always
that's down. That's right.
They work together cohesively as a family. I kind of feel like we're moving back to, like, Rita in the very beginning while she's by herself with the bumbling sidekicks and everything. But
that's true.
But she's not fun. Rita was at least fun,
That is true.
She at least commanded her team. Is like, oh, you idiots, blah, blah, blah. And Divatox is kind of like, I can't do anything. Right? Why don't my detonators work?
God, now I should go back to a 3.
I don't know, but everyone else was super great. It's just like the villain is so weak. It's hard. Like the Power Rangers have been like kind of moving how you see Zed, you're like, oh man, and then the Machine Empire kicks him out, and you're like, oh
Remember, the phrase is a hero's only as good as their villain.
Yeah,
that's
and
true.
This villain is just
it's crap. She really does bring it down. So then, what is your score?
It's a 3.
See, honestly, you changed my mind. She changed my mind, everyone, immediately. This is now a 3. It's now a 3. Forget the 4. It's a 3. Because you're right, Divatox definitely does bring the episode down. In this one, because she is focused on a lot in this one.
I mean, compared to the other episodes this season, though, I can see why a 4, because we've gone through a lot of, like, kind of cruddy episodes. True. But this one feels like a standout. But in the grand scheme of things, I really don't think it's really up to par in Power Rangers history thus far.
Not at all. Not at all.
What about in the chat? What do
you guys giving in the chat? Let's see what we got. I love it. We didn't have to ask. You guys are already feeling it, and that's what I love. You guys are here with us. We're simpatico. We've got Mr. MP, Mr. Perez, gives it a 3. We got Thomas Franco, 3.5. Nice. We've got Blackwing. I give it a 3 out of 5. Larry Newbill, 3.5.
All right.
And let me see. And Jared Hodges, I give a 5 because the Adam stunt work moves and the work moves and the Pharaoh is pretty good.
I agree.
Edward Sanchez,
based off of his moves, I would give it a 5 too. Adam's great.
Edward Sanchez gives it a 4. And Adam, what did you give it, man? We're still looking for what you got to give it. Cool handle name, I want to know. And Blur gives it a 3 as well. Yeah. Oh, okay. This was a good jump from the last episode, so I'll give it a 3. That's what Blur says. So not bad. Not bad. All right, I can deal with that.
Moving on to our last episode this week, Wait and See. Dealing with weight issues, which I think is a pretty good topic.
Very interesting.
I like the concept. I don't know if it exactly played out the way that it should have.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be something like, oh, she wants to lose weight, and all of a sudden it's shrinker. I thought that's what it was going to be, like a shrink ray. And how many years? And they put her in a glass jar and they do all this crap. But no, instead they just made it where they played with weight, like they literally did.
Yeah, but I like how they brought back Kat being a ballerina. We saw her teaching ballet to kids before, so they are trying to build her character. And I talk a lot of trash about Kat and her character development, and the writer's not giving her her due.
Yeah.
So I like that. She's in ballet.
A little bit.
She has like an antagonist like Myrtle, who is a mean girl, and basically says you're fat.
Oh, that was harsh.
That was super harsh.
Oh, well, I mean, yes, you'll be her, just a little bit bigger. It would have been one of those where, she was like, girl, hold it back.
I'm a swimmer. I'm buff. I'm going to knock you out.
Yeah.
And and I like how they focus on Kat for this one, because we already know Tanya's personality. If anyone called Tanya fat, she'd be like, just slap him down.
Yeah, that'd be like fat. Girl, have you seen blah and blah and blah? I'm done. And walk off. And
girl, because Tanya is incredibly confident. Like, I like her as a female role model, and she knows how to stand up for herself. I was actually a little taken aback that Kat was so affected because she's always the one that stands up for others. Like, don't listen to what other people think, and
she was so passive in this. But it's interesting because the thing is, what we consider our biggest flaw is the thing that will make us the most sensitive.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. It was like she's done so much. She's a swimmer and blah blah and all this stuff. But the one thing that affects her is something that's so common, and you look at her like, I don't even know why it affects you. But she's like, wait. It's like,
and everyone has a thing. So I do like that she had that vulnerability.
Yes.
I don't know if it actually kind of played out at the end where she was just like,
No.
oh no, I'm good. Where I kind of wanted them to play up like her trying to fight and protect her friends, but her being so weak from not eating that she realizes it's a detriment, and she was like, more than being skinny or more than caring what other people say about me is me being able to be strong and fit and being there for the people that I love. And I feel like that particular message didn't come through. They hinted at it a little bit like, oh, I'm weak, I can't fight. But at the end, she was like, oh, I just need to believe in myself and be confident, and now I broke the spell. And I'm like,
no.
Man, that was a really weak message, considering it could have had a really strong impact in this episode.
It should have been the question of, why is someone weak? Well, and then she's like, well, because I didn't eat. There it is. And then after that, when it comes to self-love, what do you need to love first? Or some question, that lady asked. She's like, myself. Bling! Oh, the spell's broken. It would have been all about self-love. That's what I would have loved. Where it's like, love yourself for who you are. If you're fat, small, skinny, short, missing a leg, I don't know. Love yourself. And that would have been the whole thing. And that would have been a better message than I'm weak and now I have confidence and I'll still be fine. Last time I checked, you still haven't eaten. So I don't know where you're going to get the super strength from. You'll probably get confidence, but confidence isn't helping you when you're malnourished. It doesn't help.
And I feel like there's a lot of men and women, but I feel like particularly geared towards women during this time in I guess post high school, but they're kind of like in high school. But and it does develop into a lot of eating disorders, and I feel like this could have had a super impactful message and lesson, and they kind of just brush it off of just like, oh, okay.
Honestly,
all right.
They didn't care.
Cool.
They didn't care. But
and then I don't know, just everything about Kat's character is just kind of weak and disappointing to me.
Even when they give us an episode that circles her, it's still weak.
Even when she's being carried out, Tommy, help me down. I'm like, Tanya's right there too.
Again with
if it was just Tommy, and it's like, dude, your dependency on Tommy is kind of sickening, and for you to be like, hey, I'm going to be confident, and I don't care if I'm fat. And even Tommy's like, dude, you're fine. Like, you got it because you're talented, not because you're skinny.
Yeah. Oh, I did love it, though, how when he was talking to her, he was eating. And he was like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. You look perfectly fine. Like that. And he's like, so he is right. Yeah, you're perfectly fine. If that's your man and you're worried about, how you look for him and he's perfectly fine with it, well, then go ahead and eat. I mean, I don't get it. And you're like, no, I feel fat. When even the person who chose you for the role didn't say anything about your weight. Yeah. So then why are you worried what he has to say? I mean, with that girl, she's nothing. She's upset because she didn't get the job or the role. So, I mean...
Or even the other thing at the end that I was kind of hoping for, but I know Power Rangers wouldn't introduce just new people randomly, is Kat was too weak to be in the ballet. And then an even thicker girl comes in and takes her lead.
Oh, that would have been good.
And was super good, gets a standing ovation, and Kat's like, I was completely wrong. I don't know why I thought about this. No one should ever think about themselves. And then the PSA for the food pyramid comes up. Why would they eat your fruits and vegetables?
You don't want to end up like Kat and malnourished and possibly close to death.
Or if it could get really dark too, she's in the hospital because she's in need of something
intravenous. She's like,
I know we're joking about this, but eating disorders are not a joke.
Not a joke.
And that's why I feel like they didn't do it justice. Really.
They didn't. They didn't
hit it hard enough, because a lot of people do go through this, and they do even if you are skinny, if you are fit and you look perfectly fine, it doesn't even matter if you are skinny or not. Whoever you are, I feel like fat was the insult of the day when I was growing up.
Yeah, but now it's anything and everything. So it was ultimately, it's just they missed the mark on what they could and should have done.
Yeah, this could have been a super touching episode, and on
a very special episode of Power Rangers. But no, they missed out on it. I think Power Rangers is just done, at this point, I think they're done with very special episodes. Yeah. And they're like, here's some level of an alchemist kind of amalgamous or like amalgamation kind of moral, where it's like, it's almost
they try to
it's
work
almost
it
ambiguous.
They try to work it in there, but it's kind of like Tommy and his race car driving and just kind of phoning it in. Like, I'm a Power Ranger, but also I'm a race car driver. Doesn't really make sense, but
doesn't make sense. Who cares?
His season is called Turbo, so I gotta drive a car.
But he's the only one that actually keeps and has an active job, while no one else does. What do the other ones do for work? I don't know.
Well, Tanya runs the radio station.
I have not seen her back. I only saw her at the radio station for one episode.
No, the other episode, like a couple weeks ago that you did when I was at Anime Expo, she was doing some kind of play or something. There was like the greaser thing, and she was like, "Hey, the radio station's putting this on. I want you guys to work together."
That's right.
She still has a job. That girl is still hustling.
And then what is Kat doing?
In the ballet.
Yeah, well, and then Justin's a kid, so it doesn't really matter. That's true. It's true. Even though he's like the new Billy.
Yeah.
And a kid.
Yeah,
so everyone else is stupid compared to Justin? Is that it?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard because he's never in school and all the other Rangers graduated, so the age discrepancy is really awkward.
It is
kind of like when like Alien Rangers and Billy was adult and all his kids were friends and they're at the water park, and I would be like, this man has all these kids. And like the buddy.
I would have been so quick to call the police on him.
Right?
I would have been so quick.
So seeing Justin.
Is this your son? I would have done that thing. Excuse me, sir. Is this your son?
Yeah.
How about this one? And this one? And that one? No? Okay, thanks. You have a great day.
Right?
Hello? Mm-hmm. He's right there. Go get him now. Get him now. That would have been it.
Yeah.
That would have been it. Take him down. Eagle flock, or whatever. I don't know. But it feels the same way with them all hanging out with freaking Justin at moments. But he is in high school with them, so
no. But they graduated, so they're
they're not even.
Considering how academically smart the show portrayed these characters, none of them went to college.
No.
Now Justin's in high school, even though he should be in elementary school. It's a weird thing. It's a weird season. How would you rate this episode?
This episode really wasn't all that special to me. I even forgot what the monster was. What was the monster in this one?
Honestly, don't remember.
See? So this episode gets like a 2.5.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really care for it at all. I don't even remember too much of it. So for me, I'm definitely giving this a 2.5. I didn't have a feeling for anything. Oh, the monster was numbers. That's what it was, and he added or subtracted.
Yeah,
that's right.
It had no impact on the main story whatsoever.
At all.
Didn't matter.
I was like, I'm done with it. Don't really care for him. And bada bing, bada boom. He showed up out of nowhere too. She was like, "Numbers, what do you think?" And the door opened. He's like, "Oh, blah, blah, blah." I'm like, who is this guy?
Nobody cares.
No.
And for those of you in the chat, let us know what you guys rated. I'm gonna give it a 3 because they did an attempt at an honest message that is like an issue that a lot of people have to deal with. I don't think they really hit it home with the message, but there was an honest attempt at making the writing okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. No matter how much you praise poop, though, it's still poop. So maybe I change it. I'm going to give it a 2.
Ooh, nice. That would be nice. But it looks like the chat, they're being even tougher than we were.
All right.
The Blur gives it a 1.
Ooh.
Thomas Franco gives it a 1. Mickey Perez, 1.5. Jared Hodges, a 1. Larry Newbill, 1. Blackwing, 2 out of 5.
That's like the highest so far in the chat.
I'm like, my gosh. So many people are just like, it's horrible. Yes, that's right. Parabell, the episode, the bad guy was named Numbor. And Parabell 57 gives it a 4. Wow.
That's pretty high.
It's pretty nice. But with that, we've covered the episodes.
Oh, and Edward Sanchez also gives it a 4. So we have some pretty high ratings. I can see why you get that. Like this one, I do feel like the message tried to come across. They try to give Kat a little more development. They were working harder than all the previous episodes to do Power Rangers justice. So I can understand a 4, but like being objective and taking a step back at all the Power Rangers series thus far, I stick by my 2.
I agree.
But I understand where the 4s are coming from for this particular episode.
I get it. I'm not going to question you or insult you on the 4. Everyone has a reason for what they like. Mine just wasn't there compared to everything else I've already seen for Power Rangers. So that's why I'm giving it that 2.5. But
yeah, join us next Sunday because we're going to be talking about, unfortunately, more Turbo. We got 3 more episodes for you. We're going to have Turbo for the next
Reese Marvell gives it a 3. Good job. Okay. We'll be talking about it for the next couple of months. So you can tune in right here every Sunday at 5 p.m. and we will be going live, giving the episode's review and tell you what we think about it. Coming up next, we are going to be discussing Doctor Who. What episode are we discussing? It's the school reunion.
Yeah, school reunion.
And that's a pretty good episode, man. It's a pretty good episode. It's fun. We're
going to start to pick up with this week and next week.
Next week. Oh my God.
So tune in.
Yes. Tune in. Go ahead and keep yourselves tuned to YouTube because we'll be coming up very soon and we'll talk about Doctor Who. Join us. If you haven't watched Doctor Who, just sit back and enjoy what we talk about. You'll catch it. You'll get familiar with it very soon. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about something that I have to mention.
Yes.
I forgot something when
we are working on something big, and we do want to share it with you guys. Huge. It's not 100% done, but we are going to give you just a little tidbit about what is going to come up.
Since we're talking about Power Rangers, we're thinking that we have to tell you guys about one of the biggest projects that's coming up in Power Rangers, or even Power Rangers theme, and that is Cosmic Protectors. This is a show that we are creating on our own that is going to really do what we always wanted to see with Power Rangers. A large, epic type of story that's being told in a different medium. It's going to actually be an audio drama / motion comic.
Yeah, and it's going to feature a lot of past that hashtag show members and future ones if you stay with us.
That's right. And also Power Rangers as well.
We are having actual Power Rangers come in and voice their parts, which is super exciting.
Oh, I'm so excited for it because it's huge. They've already signed up for it and they're getting ready. We just did a really great table read, which soon you guys will be able to see on Patreon. So go ahead and head over to the Patreon that you'll see in the chat. And check it out because we are excited to bring this to you and do the Ranger Nation some justice with a really good storytelling, amazing art, and something different that you'll love.
Yeah. I guess until then, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Keep up to date with everything trending in geek pop culture. Make sure.